Hey guys, it's James with AutOdometer, and today we are back with another interior detail. After removing some of the floor mats here in this 1995 Chevrolet Suburban, it revealed some of the deep stains that were on the corners of or at the edges of the floor mats. We also have some pretty disgusting stains underneath the middle seats here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a typical interior detail. We're going to clean up the carpets with a hot water extractor with some simple green cleaning solution, and we are going to definitely improve the outlook of the interior of this Chevrolet Suburban. If you guys aren't already subscribed to the channel, we got plenty more interior and exterior detailing videos coming up. So if those kind of videos interest you, I'd ask if you subscribe to the channel. Also, if it'd be a huge favor if you would like this video. And with that, we're going to start with cleaning these floor mats. I'm using my Sun Joe power washer. It is an auto power washer and it goes to about 2000 psi. What I'm doing is giving the floor mats a nice soak in water just to agitate some of the dirt and lift it up off of the surface. This is probably one of the most quickest and efficient ways to clean a car floor mat. Once I'm done with the power washing of all the floor mats, I take some simple green solution diluted at a 1:1 heavy strength ratio, and then I agitate it with my carpet detailing drill brush. After that, I will rinse off the carpet solution with my power washer and then remove the bulk of the water with my hot water extractor. Now, when I remove the water with my hot water extractor, I'm not adding any more water. What I'm doing is just simply sucking up the water just to be able to make these as dry as possible so they don't get moldy in the future. Once I was satisfied with the floor mats, I went ahead and started with the vacuuming process. Now when I vacuum, I do want to start and go from top to bottom, just as I agitate some of the loose debris and dust. I want to make sure that I am not adding dust to a spot that I have already vacuumed. So what I'm doing here is just simply cleaning up all the little cracks and crevices on the front passenger and driver side of the dash panel. There are some things that you may have to move around, like the steering wheel and the air vents, to be able to remove as much dust as possible. You don't want your customer getting back into the car and moving something and finding a layer of dust. Before I moved on to vacuuming the carpets, there were a couple things on the dash panel that needed spruced up. I was using Mothers VLR protectant and cleaner to be able to remove some of these smudge marks and clean up these air vents. Some of the knobs also needed a little bit of cleaning as well. After being satisfied with the cleanliness of the dash panel and treating it with the Mothers VLR cleaner, I went ahead and started the vacuuming of the carpets. I wanted to make sure that we weren't grinding in some of the dirt and debris back into the carpet with our agitating brush. Now what I'm doing here is I keep a small little detailing brush in my other hand just to be able to agitate some of the smaller areas that my crevice tool can't reach. I will take some of the rubber door gasket material and pull it back, especially in those low spots. I'll be able to suck up a lot of dirt and debris from those areas. Also on the leather seats, you do want to pull back some of the seams because the dirt and debris do like to settle in those areas. Now here in the trunk, there's a lot of dog hair. The dog is mainly kept in the trunk area. Now I used my little brush here and was able to extract a lot of the dog hair. Now to be able to remove most of the dog hair, it just took multiple passes to be able to really agitate it out. After a couple passes, the carpet brush would actually get clogged and it wouldn't be picking up any more of the dog hair, so I would have to manually clean out the carpet brush and throw it down the vacuum hole. Once I was satisfied with all of the dog hair removal, I went ahead and started with trying to work on some of these really deep stains here. My carpet cleaner of choice was Simple Green. This is the first time I've tried it, and they have a dilution ratio and suggestions on the back. I went ahead and started with the heavy duty. I did a 1-to-1 dilution, so half of the bottle was water and half of the bottle was poured out of the Simple Green concentrated solution. What I'm going to be doing is using my hot water extractor, and possibly in some of the deeper stained areas I'll be using my steam cleaner. After talking with the owner of this vehicle, I told them I could probably spend a good hour or two on each of the stains. They said that wasn't necessary. What they were really looking for was just an improvement on the overall cleanliness of the vehicle and some of the stains. After one pass of the cleaning solution, agitation, extractor, and steamer, the outlook of this stain drastically improved. After finishing this stain, I wanted to wipe up any of the residual soap and water with a microfiber towel just to dry it as best as I could. Now this stain here is still, you can still see it. It's not completely perfect, but it was a lot better than what it looked like at the beginning. And the customer who owns the vehicle was pretty pleased with how much stain was actually removed. Now we'll go ahead and go on to some of these other stains here, and I'll show you what they look like after I finish up. After cleaning up some of the deep stains in the car carpets, I went ahead and started on the door jambs. Now I'm using my steam cleaner to really spruce up the door jambs. Cleaning up the door jambs really gives the car a nice look as you open the door. Now when I finish the exterior detail of this car, the openings of the doors are really going to look nice and shine nice when you start to open the doors. Now you just want to work around all the edges and get a microfiber towel and clean up the residual water and dirt mixture. To be able to clean up the glass here, I'm using the classic Stoner's Invisible Shine. I'll spray it on in a box and then go up and down and then side to side. To be able to clean it off as well, I'll use a clean microfiber towel. I'll go around in a box and then do vertical lines as well as horizontal lines, and then make sure all of the residual cleaner is off of the glass and the door panels. Now normally on the windows that go up and down, I will crack the window ever so slightly and get that top rim of dirt that usually is sitting there when the window is completely shut. However, I am going to hit these windows up again when I do the exterior detail, and I will get that rim of dirt at that time. So the last final piece to this detail is cleaning out this nasty cup holder that these coins have probably been in there for years. You can see that some of the coins have actually started to get some green to them. I'm actually going to even spray some of the simple green cleaner in here and let it sit for a couple minutes. After letting it sit, I'll wipe it up with a microfiber towel and then do the best I can to get all the stains out. But again, when something's sitting there for years, over years, it's almost impossible to get all of the stains out. So once I feel satisfied that most of the stains are removed, I'll go ahead and put this piece back in. And since I am climbing in and out of the vehicle, I'll go over the vehicle one more time on the carpets and try to vacuum out as best as I can. So you can see the door jambs here are pretty spotless and pretty clean. The car floor mats are back in. So that wraps up this detail on this 1995 Chevrolet Suburban. Now I am going to detail the exterior of this car, and if you guys want to stick around and check that out, I'll be putting that video up here in the next couple weeks or so, and if it has already passed that time, go ahead to my channel and check out that video. If you guys enjoyed that, I'd ask that you smash that like button, and if you do want to see more content just like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you see anything that I could have done differently, or if anything that I've done completely wrong, please head down into the comments and let me know. I do like constructive criticism. And with that, I'll leave you to it, and thanks for watching.